Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I have the Galaxy A70, the Galaxy A40's big brother. And my goodness, is it big. It is a massive 6.7 inch Super AMOLED display. So whereas the A40 was a little bit too small for my hands, this is perfect size. Specifications: 6.7 inch Super AMOLED display with on-screen fingerprint sensor, 6 gigs of RAM, 128 gigabytes of storage. It has a triple camera setup, a 32 megapixel, 5 megapixel and 8 megapixel. So you've got a depth sensor, an ultra wide angled lens and a standard lens. So in terms of build quality, it's very similar to the Galaxy A40. It has the plastic back, although Samsung are calling it Glastic. It does look like glass and it does sort of feel like glass, but ultimately it's plastic. Has a slight sort of colour shimmer to it as well. It does look really nice and it's nice to hold as well. It's good in the hand. The Super AMOLED Infinity U display is beautiful. It's got very good viewing angles, great colours as well. The screen is definitely a good point. It has a 20:9 aspect ratio with a resolution of 1080p by 2400. Okay, so the A70 has a huge 4500 milliamp battery, which does support fast charging. It's got a 25 watt charging block, super fast charging. So 6020 screen on time, 6019 for another day. The best was 7 hours and 34 minutes. Obviously, depending how you use your smartphone each day, it will differ. But I'd say the battery life on this is good. So it has an on-screen fingerprint sensor, and I believe it needs a little more work. Might need a few more updates. It's not very fast and it's not all the time accurate either. Now, when we jump over to the Face ID, that is super quick. So I've been using Face ID most of the time. When the fingerprint sensor is not working, sometimes I'll even use the pattern as well to unlock. But yeah, I think it needs a little bit more tweaking for the on-screen fingerprint sensor and it will definitely be there. So the Snapdragon 675 powers this device with the Adreno 612 as well. 6 gigs of RAM, plenty of horsepower there, and it has been on the whole pretty decent for performance. The operating system is quite slick, running Android 9 and Samsung's One UI, which is 1.1 over the top. Good news for Fortnite fans is that Fortnite is compatible with this device. I don't really play it because I can't really get on with it, but for some reason it doesn't run in HD or epic mode, which is a bit strange. Again, PUBG, Asphalt 9 as well, they run absolutely fine. No problems at all with them. With that big 6.7 inch Super AMOLED display, gaming is amazing. So camera performance is fairly important for most people, and the camera does not disappoint. The top sensor is the 5 megapixel depth sensor. Below that is the main 32 megapixel camera, and below that is the ultra wide camera, 123 degrees. And it is an ultra wide camera, exactly the same as the A40. It takes some splendid shots with that and captures so much more space. Superb for those group shots if you want to capture a group of people. I've been very happy with the overall performance on the camera. Captured some excellent shots using the live focus, the ultra wide angled lens and the normal standard lens as well. Obviously the brighter the conditions, the better it performs, but overall I think it's a really good camera. So in video mode it can shoot up to 4K and also 1080p at 60 frames per second. So at 4K it shoots at 30 frames per second. I want to try this 4K. This is 4K recording on the Galaxy A70. You are not bothered though, are you? 4K. What do you guys think? Oh yeah, I can see you. Cool. I prefer the 1080p at 60 frames per second. I feel the footage is a lot smoother. Because this one's 1080p at 60 frames per second, and already looks a lot smoother. A little man running around. I think there's stabilisation here as well, which it lacked in 4K, and I'm liking that much better than the 4K footage. I'm gonna run and get him. Yeah, that's really, really nice video on the Galaxy A70. Tremendous. So switch to the selfie camera. It's a 32 megapixel selfie camera. What seems to be some sort of wide-angled lens in there. Whether it's done digitally or not, I'm not 100% sure, but you can fit a little bit more in terms of space. Live focus is excellent on this as well. Removes all that background, leaving a sharp and detailed subject. Selfie video is great as well at the top. Like in most of the camera modes, you can change the ratio all the way to full as well. Look at that. So you can have full screen front-facing camera. And again, I'm very impressed with the quality on the front-facing camera. So check out the rest of these videos and pictures, guys, and let me know your thoughts. Who's that?
Daddy.
Who's it?
Daddy.
It's not Daddy.
Okay.
Very windy. Looks smooth as well. Decent quality. There you go. The clouds. What, you fell? You're chasing me?
Daddy, try and get me.
No.
Daddy, try and get me.
There you go. Is that better, yeah?
Daddy.
Day. Do
Nanny.
you just wave bye to Nanny?
K.
Yeah?
K.
Key.
K.
So what do you think of the camera? Do you think it's good?
Yeah.
It's a good camera, isn't it? Nice selfie camera.
Yeah.
Oh, your hair's stuck to my face. I really like this selfie. Right guys, this is 8K. Although it's only been displayed in 1080p at 60 frames per second on YouTube. Doesn't support HDR though, unfortunately. But this display is unbelievably good. So good. Super AMOLED, 1080p by 2400, 6.7 inches. Let's jump to the audio test. I think Samsung do decent sound speakers, and this again, pretty good as well. Good volume. And when you cover it, obviously you can still hear it, but it's blocked out a lot. There's no problems at all there with the loudspeakers. Never normally is on Samsung smartphones I've used in the past. They are pretty decent. And to finish off, because the review is pretty much done, never did an unboxing video on this smartphone. I thought I'd skip that for a change, but you get the massive 25-watt charger, USB Type-C charging cable, earphones with earbuds as well, the SIM tray ejector tool you can just see in there, and some manuals and whatnot in there as well. So guys, this is the mid-range smartphone from Samsung, the Galaxy A70, around about £360, so about £140 dearer than the A40. I do think it's worth it. You get a huge 6.7-inch display, a much better battery life, great gaming performance. Fortnite's compatible with it as well. The only criticism I have of this smartphone is the on-screen fingerprint. It's not always accurate, and when it is, it's sometimes slow. But Face ID is extremely fast, so you do have options there when unlocking the smartphone. And do I need to mention as well that it has NFC built in, just like the A40. You can make payments via your smartphone. But that is it, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel if you enjoyed the video. Give the video a thumbs up as well. And I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.